back to episode 28 of Vacancy Appanellas. Hi. How you doing? How's everything? Another week, and here we are. We are, what is it, mid-May? This year is just flying by. Isn't it funny how everyone always says that? They're just like, whoa, it's like almost summer, and then it's like, wow, it's like almost Thanksgiving. It's almost Christmas. Like, shut the fuck up, okay? Like, bitch, that's how days work. Yes. There's 24 hours in every day. Okay, yes. Even though I am literally that person. I am the person that's like, oh my God, can you believe it? How's everyone doing? How's everything? How's your week been? How's my week been, you ask? Well, it's been quite eventful. Also, Miso is jumping on the bed with one of his toys the second I start recording. What else is new? Oh, hey, hi, how are you? Also, he chewed the corner of my laptop. I was on my laptop the other day, and I look at the corner of it, and I'm like, why is there a fucking bite taken out of the screen? Thank the heavens and Jesus and every single thing above that the screen did not break, because he would have been sent to the pound. That would have been my final straw. He would have been sent to the pound, and that would have been it. That would have been the end of it for him. I'm just kidding. Where am I? Yeah, so he bit the corner of my laptop screen a little bit. This is a brand new fucking damn near $2,000 laptop. Did I get Apple Care? No. Should I have? Yes. Well, yes. Is it too late to do that? Am I allowed to get Apple Care now? Because I'm a little worried, because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it's a laptop. It's going to sit in my apartment. What could possibly happen? That's what could possibly happen. The killer could possibly happen. So I am scared of him. I never know what to expect out of this man, but he does keep my life interesting. And actually, I do have a story for you guys. Chai, can you believe it? My good, sweet girl that I've had for damn near 7 years has never been bad, never caused any problems. She actually was the killer yesterday, or 3 days ago now. And it ultimately led to my demise. It led to my demise. A lot of these stories that I'm telling this week is kind of some stuff that you've been hearing me rant about on Twitch. But you know what? Whatever. Sorry if you have to hear these stories again. Anyway, Chai, 3 days ago, for some reason, in the middle of the night, I fell asleep like I normally do. It was probably around like 2:30. Fell asleep. Which is my normal sleeping time, because I'm like used to the schedule of the club and everything. So I usually fall asleep around, like, depending on like the day, like between 1 to like 3, the latest usually. It really depends though. It kind of like varies. So I fell asleep as I normally do. Everything was fine, sleeping sound like a baby. And Chai is just walking around the apartment fucking yowling. I want to say, I didn't even check the clock. I want to guess it was probably around 5 in the morning. Yowling, fucking screaming. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then I get up to pee. I try to go back to bed, and she's literally sitting. She's like, has her paws up on the bed, staring at me in the face, and she's just meowing. I'm like, what do you want from me, woman? So now I'm scared. I'm like, is she trying to tell me something? Is something wrong? Like, sometimes animals, they try to like warn you about something, or like they want you to see something. I'm like, girl, what? So I like get up, and I'm like, what do you want? Like, I don't know. So then I'm all worried. I'm like, oh my God, what if something's wrong with her? What if she's like, what if she's like in pain? What if something's wrong? I'm freaking out. So then I try to go back to sleep, and I can't. I'm like up for like another hour at this point, just can't fall back asleep. Eventually I do fall back asleep, but then I wake up, and it was like, I woke up at like 9:30 or 10 a.m. So I only got maybe like 6 hours of sleep total, and I felt like shit. If you know me, you know that I need 8 hours of sleep every night. That is a non-negotiable. If I get any less than that, 7, okay, maybe like 7.5, I could maybe work with that. Anything less than that, I am actually like a shell of a woman. I am not a human being. I cannot function the next day. I don't know how the fuck you guys do it. I've been that way since I was younger. Like, even in like fucking high school, I can't function. My head hurts. My stomach hurts. Everything fucking hurts. I'm like, oh my God. I can't function. I don't know. And yes, do I probably get in? Hello? Mizo's here. Oh, oh, I shocked him. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm holding a lot of electronics. That's probably the reason. Okay. Well, anyway, so then I don't even remember what the frick I was saying. Oh yeah, so I didn't sleep good. I slept like shit, and I was really really feeling like ass the next day. So I didn't really do much on Monday. Was this because what's today? Tuesday. No. This was so Sunday. So Sunday, I wake up. I feel like shit. I don't do anything on Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day, everyone. Also, happy belated Mother's Day, to all the mothers out there, and to all of your mommies. So sorry. Why do I keep losing my train of thought? I'm like literally the stupidest fucking. Oh my god. Focus, please, please focus. Um. So then I'm like feeling like shit, awful, terrible, and I don't do anything. I don't do anything for the rest of the day, and cuz I don't like I just didn't want to go anywhere, so I was just like fucking sitting around at my house. I went out to the pool for a little bit, catch some rays for like 2 hours, and then I came back inside and I tried to take a nap. Eventually I did take a nap. I want to say I took a nap around like 4 or 5 p.m. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. I usually don't take naps unless it's like absolutely necessary. I took a nap, bad idea, because that would have, this is where it kind of leads up to my demise now. So then Cash came over around 8 o'clock. We hung out for a little bit, whatever. He goes home at like, I don't know, midnight or whatever the fuck. And, I'm just laying in my bed. I'm trying to fall asleep. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, the way that my fucking stupid ass brain works. I'm like, oh my God, what if I literally can't fall asleep, and then I can never fall asleep again, and then I have panic attacks because I can't fall asleep, and that's how my going off on a fucking tangent in my brain. And then yeah, that's pretty much exactly what the fuck happened. I couldn't fall asleep. I want to say I fell asleep finally at around 3:30. Woke up at 6:30 anxious. Slept for like 3 hours, woke up at 6:30 anxious as fuck. Essentially sent myself into a full-blown panic attack at 3:30 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning. It was very scary. I'm texting my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm freaking out, Mom. And it's like, it's 6:30 my time, so 7, 8, 9. It's 9:30 over there. My mom is like, just got to work. She's like, what the fuck is my grown-ass adult fucking daughter crying about now? Like, what could she possibly need from me? So my mom FaceTimes me. I'm literally, I wish you could see this. I'm literally over my at this point, no, before she FaceTimes me, I'm laying in my bed. This is how exactly the sequence of how it went down. I'm laying in my bed. I'm really hot. I'm starting to feel really hot to the point where I'm like full blown panic attack hot. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sweating. Oh my God. Oh. And then I ate a few crackers before it got to the full blown panic attack part. I ate a few crackers because I was like, I'm probably gonna have to take some medicine. And my mom's like, take 2 Advil. That always helps me relax. Bitch, Advil? Girl, I need a Percocet. I need a fucking IV of what is the shit that Eminem's mom used to take? Valium. You know the song he's like, my mom loves Valium and lots of drugs. And I'm on what I'm on because I'm like her. He ate with that song. He really did. So anyway, back to the story. I needed a fucking IV of Valium. I needed fucking fentanyl, medical grade. I needed anesthesia. I needed everything in that moment. Bitch, 2 Advil is not going to stop this panic attack right now, girl. We're past that. We're past that. I need to pull out the Xanax. I need to pull out the emergency Xanax. So, and I don't like to pull out the emergency Xanax. I haven't had to take the emergency Xanax in over a year. So I really haven't had to take the emergency Xanax. The emergency Xanax in question is probably over 2 years old. Yes. I don't know the shelf life on Xanax, but girl, if I need it, I'm going to fucking take it. And girl, this is not no street Xanax, okay? This is prescribed Xanax, okay? This is a prescription Xanax. It's not the freaking bars. This is not the Xandemic, okay? Not the fucking bars. I'm taking the little mini pills. It's like a little orange pill. You could split it in half. I take a fucking half, girl. It's just enough to take the edge off. You know what I'm saying? Just enough to take the edge off. So I haven't had to take one of my emergency Xanax in a very long time. I only have a few of them, so I really try to use them sparingly. Uh, but it did get to that point where unfortunately, in my brain, I had a full mental breakdown. I was like, I'm going crazy. I'm a crazy person. This is what crazy people feel like. I'm losing my mind. I'm never going to sleep again. And I feel like I'm going to die right now. And I'm alone and there's no one here and I'm so alone. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not a good feeling. So I did pop that emergency Xanax, little half. And I texted my mom. I was like, should I take the Xanax? She was like, yes, just take it if you feel like you need. So then I was like, okay. Me asking my mom for permission to take a freaking Xanax. So then she FaceTimes me maybe 5 minutes later. And for those of you who have never taken a Xanax, it doesn't work instantly, but it does work very quickly. I'd say within 10 to 15 minutes, you do kind of feel like a little, okay, all right. And that's the thing. People got to understand. It's like, bitch, if I'm chilling on a normal day and I'm like a normal person who's not feeling anxious, and if I take a Xanax, bitch, I'm going to be like faded than a hoe. If you take a Xanax when your anxiety is fucking through the roof and you're literally like borderline gonna jump off a fucking bridge, like, so like you have the zoomies, you're like, ah! Then it just brings you back down to a normal level. It doesn't really make you feel like high. It just kind of brings you back down, maybe a little teeny bit. You feel a little good, but that's really it. It doesn't, like, you're not feeling, you know what I mean? So that's what people fail to understand, especially with such a small dose. For me, in my experience, there has been a few times where I've taken it and felt a little like, whoa. But in the last time that I took it, where I took the half, I was out in public. And I was actually with Cash. And it was the day that I did the Grammy Award cake for Turnstile. If you don't know, I've told that story so many times. I made the Grammys Award after cake. The after cake! Why do I always fucking do that? I always fucking mix up words. The Grammys Awards after party cake for the amazing band Turnstile, okay? I made the cake. It was actually fucking however many letters are in Turnstile. How many letters is that? 8 or 9? I had to make that many fucking cakes because the cakes spelled out Turnstile. It literally took me all weekend. It was the most anxiety-inducing thing ever. I was so fucking stressed out. Everything about it stressed me the fuck out, but it ended up being fine and it was great and the cake looked fine. But just delivering the cake, I don't know, it was just like my anxiety from that whole weekend built up and I had a panic attack in the car on the way there. So I took a little half of my Xanax and then by the time that we got there, I was like, wait, I'm fine actually. And then afterwards I was like, yo, let's go to the arcade. So then we went to the arcade. So I was fine. I wasn't like fucking high. Anyway, back to what happened the other day. So I take my little Xanax. My mom FaceTimes me. I am sitting next to my bathtub, not in the bathtub, sitting like on the side of the bathtub with the water running on cold, just letting the cold water like touch my hands. Like, because I was so hot and in that moment, I'm like, I just need cold water. Like I'm fucking, my body is like overheating. And they actually say, I saw a TikTok video of this girl saying that if you get a bowl of ice water, like a big bowl of ice water while you're having a panic attack and you just dunk your fucking face in it, that it kind of like regulates your nervous system. I'm like, yeah, bitch. I'm sure it fucking would. It would. I'm like, girl, I'm sure if you were going through anything and you dunk your face in a bowl of ice water, you're like, oh, wait, now I'm focused on the fact that my face is in a bowl of fucking ice water. It's just cold. I'm like, yeah, of course that shit. It's like a slap in the face. But like that's seriously, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes when I have a panic attack, I genuinely wonder if someone just slapped the dog shit out of me, if that would like take me out of it. And I really think it would. And I remember telling my ex Ketchup, I was like, you know what? Honestly, maybe like one time you should just slap the shit out of me and see what happens. He was like, no, I'm not going to do that. But I genuinely think that it would work. So if you're ever around me and I'm having a full-blown panic attack, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a little anxious. Like, I'm just a little anxious. Like, bitch, don't slap me in the face. I'm talking full-blown, like, I'm not even here in my head. I'm like, losing it. Like, bitch, boom, smack the fucking shit out of me. Oh my God. Whoa, what just happened? And I like come back to reality. That's what I need. You know what I mean? I think that actually could work. Um, Fuck the medicine, fuck Lexapro. Sometimes you just need to get the dog shit slapped out of you. I really think that could be the that could be the cure here. Um, so yeah, so I have the cold water running on me, and my mom FaceTimes me. I have my sleep mask. I have like this black fucking eye mask that I wear to sleep. Just kind of like blacks out all the light in my apartment, and I have it like up on my forehead. And then my hair is a fucking mess. I'm like over the bathtub. She FaceTimes me. I answer, and she's like, "What is going on?" I'm like, Chai woke me up last night, so then when I tried to sleep tonight, I couldn't sleep, and I did it. It's, you know, the shrimp when he's like, my sister had a baby, and then the baby lied. That was me. I was like, oh, I couldn't. I'm never gonna sleep again. And then guess what? I took the Xanax, and then it was like so weird. I get back in my bed, and it's like, for a moment, my body feels so tense, like I can't even like I couldn't even like try to relax it if I wanted to. It was so weird. It was like my neck felt so tense. Everything was so tense. I think because I was just like shivering and fucking sweating and shivering and like all this shit. And then I lay in my bed and I still feel so tense. And then I put the cover over me. And I don't even know something. As soon as I put the cover over me, it was just like, okay. And like I just kind of like relaxed into my body. And I was like, yeah, yeah. And then in my head, I'm like, wait, who cares? Nothing's wrong. I'm like, wait a second. I feel fine. And then, yes. And then I'd say I played on my computer for, not played on it, but I was like watching Slushy Noobs and fucking scrolling on Depop. That's literally how I fall asleep most nights. I like watch Slushy Noobs for a little bit, and then I like see what's new on Depop. Never fucking buy anything because I never find anything that I like, but I just, something about scrolling, and I've noticed this too back in the day when I would be on like dating apps, something about either scrolling, and I'm not talking about like on TikTok where you have to like watch the videos and shit, because TikTok, I'll be up all night if I'm on TikTok. Like scrolling and like a website of like products or something about being on a dating app and swiping left, swiping right, something about that like genuinely makes me like fall asleep. I don't know what it is. So yeah, so that's kind of been like my little nightly routine lately. And then eventually I did fall back asleep, and I'd say I woke up, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 11, and I'm like, all right, okay. Still did not get a good night of sleep, like a great night's sleep, but I mean, it was, oh wait, no. Wait, so that was, wait, what's today? Tuesday? So then Sunday, wait. Yeah, okay, wait, sorry. In my brain, I don't know why that didn't make sense in my fucking brain. Okay, so then so then that was Sunday night. So then yesterday was Monday. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm stupid. So yeah, so then again, I had like a lot of, and I feel like it just wasn't easy for me to fall asleep in general that night because I didn't fucking do anything the whole day. I just sat in my apartment. I didn't like get any energy out. So I feel like I just had all this like pent up energy and like whatever. Sorry, I like could not fucking think what was going on. So then yesterday, which was like the morning that I woke up from that, from my Xanax induced slumber, I woke up and I was like, okay, well, I'm never gonna let that happen again, and I don't want to feel like that again. And I woke up like kind of sad and felt a little depressed, and I was just like, great, now this is going to be another trigger for me. Sleep is going to be a fucking trigger for me, and I'm never going to be able to fall asleep again. And great, and now I'm going to relate my sleep to anxiety because that's what I do in my head. And then like I'm just all fucking going on a damn tangent in my head, and I'm all sad about it. And then like I don't know, like after like an hour of being awake, I was just like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Like, in my head, it was almost like I was like waiting for the day to be over so that I could go back to sleep again to see what would happen. And I was like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, we're getting up and we're gonna go do every freaking thing we can. So I literally got out of my fucking house. I'm like out of my house by noon. This was the order that I did stuff in. Okay, so I left my house. What was the first thing I did? Left my house, went to Target. I bought a baby crib. a doll-sized baby crib, because I saw someone on TikTok buy it for their cat, and their cat laid in it. I'm like, that's fucking adorable. Bought it, have the cats laid in it. Fucking no. It's been sitting here. No one has gone in it. I put Miso in it for a second. He literally sat in it for a second, and no one has been interested in it since. Great waste of money. But it's fine. So I went to Target. And then after Target, I got a little snack. I walked, because there's like a mall connected to this Target. So I like went and I got a little food in the mall. And I was like, okay, I'm going to eat healthy. Okay, cute. And then after the mall food, I went to, what did I do? I went to get my car washed, but I was like, I'm going to wash it myself. I washed the car. Oh, no. I went to Goodwill first, actually. Look at me. I went to Goodwill, went thrifting around. I'm like, got a few cute things. I actually need to wash them. Got some cute things at Goodwill. I'm like, okay, adorable. Thrifting around, whatever. And then after Goodwill, then I went to the car wash. And I washed my own car. You know, the one where I love that. I don't care what anyone says. I love washing my own car. On a nice day, not a day where it's too hot. Yesterday was like the absolute most perfect fucking weather. It was so gorgeous out yesterday. I was like 72, sunny. I was like, oh, beautiful. Like, that's good weather to like be out and about doing things. Like, any hotter than that, I'm like, I want to fucking kill myself. I'm gonna die. But it was gorgeous weather, so I'm like, I'm spraying the fucking thing. I'm soaping it up. Everyone's looking at me. They're like, oh my god, look at this cute girl with her pink car, because it's just like all freaking guys there. And I'm just like, I have my AirPods on. I'm like washing my car. And I washed my car, and then I vacuumed it. I dried it. I did, I'm like getting my energy out. Oh, wait, actually, I forgot to tell you. And then before I freaking even went to Target, I went to the gym. I went to the gym first before any of this, okay? So I had like the most action-packed day in my life. I went to the gym. I did legs, and then I did a little cardio. Then I went to Target. Then I did all this shit, okay? Boom. So now we're at the car wash, washing my freaking car. And then after the car wash, I went to Whole Foods. Okay, dude. It like literally doesn't end. I'm like, oh my god, I was like on a sick one yesterday. I go to Whole Foods. I do grocery shopping. I do a whole I get a smoothie while I'm there. I go to the smoothie bar. I get a smoothie. The guy at the smoothie bar, he was cute. He was definitely giving LGBTQ, but in a good way, because y'all know I love me. Like, I need a man with a little zest. Like, I need that. He actually was cute. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I could have flirted back, but I don't know. I just like wasn't in the headspace for that. I was just like, I don't know, like whatever. I don't know why I didn't flirt back, but okay, so this is what I ordered. I think it was just because the way that he said this joke, I was like, okay, it was actually so corny that it was cute. So I ordered whatever smoothie it was, and then I add dates to it, because Miss Girl is constipated 24/7. So I was like, oh, can I get this smoothie with dates, or like add dates or whatever? And he was like, sure. So he's like putting it in the computer, and he was like, I just thought of like the stupidest thing. I was like, what? And then he was like, what the fuck did he say? He was like, okay, yeah, like he was like, well, this is how he started the sentence. He was like, well, I'm kidding, but like not kidding, because I'm actually going to North Carolina in a few days. But in my head, I was like, oh, like add dates, and then a date with you, or something. Like, it was like something with like that. I don't know. Like, he was making like a dad joke about like dates, and then and also a date with you. And I was like, oh. And then he was like, no, I'm just kidding though, but you really are gorgeous. I was like, thank you. But it was just so fucking bizarre. And I was like, wait, he's kind of an icon for that, actually. I kind of love him. Yeah, and then he made my smoothie. I went about my day, and I kept grocery shopping. And then the guy at the meat, okay, something about, what is it with the men at the meat counter? Why, and this is only a Whole Foods thing, I have noticed that the men at the meat, and I'm not talking where you get the sandwiches, I'm talking about where you get the steak, so the raw meat. I don't know what it is, but they kind of hire sexy men back there. And this is a Whole Foods. I'm not talking Vons. I'm not talking ShopRite. This is a Whole Foods exclusive. The men that work behind the meat counter at Whole Foods are usually sexy. I don't know what it is, but there was a sexy man behind that meat counter, and I looked for a second, and he was, first of all, me thinking that everyone's looking at me. I look and he's looking at me, and then I look away, and then I look again, and he's still looking at me, and he smiles. Mind you, there's like a whole line of people. He's doing his job. I was like, come on, meat man. I was like, first smoothie man, now meat man. Come on, meat man, give me some of that meat. Come on. So I was just like, all right, whatever, meat man. So I'm just like feeling good in my head. I'm like, wow, everyone thinks I'm so sexy. Like, I just had a good day yesterday, right? So I purposely was like just trying to be outside to like tire myself out and just to do shit, because I fucking hate when I sit at home all day and then I like don't fucking do anything. I feel like it just makes my anxiety worse in general. So I'm just like running around doing all this shit, and then after Whole Foods I went to Joann's Fabric and Craft. I was gonna go to Michael's because I know Joann's is homophobic, but Michael's didn't have the thing that I needed. I wanted to get more stuff for my little village in my TV stand. And then I came home, and then I streamed, and then we streamed all night on Twitch, all freaking night, and it was fun, and it was a good time. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So I just wanted, and then now today, and then last night, slept like a fucking baby. Slept like a baby. Dude, I wake up pretty much every single night to pee in the middle of the night. I didn't even wake up to piss. I slept like a fucking rock. And I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to fall asleep. Slept like a rock. Woke up today, I feel like fucking Cinderella. It's so funny because 2 days ago I literally felt like I was like my life was ending, and I was the craziest person in the world, and that like I was doomed and no one understands how I feel. Today I wake up like Cinderella. I feel like the birds are at my window. I'm like, ha, 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 fucking like the birds are dressing me, and it's really just like chai and miso, and I'm like, hello everyone, I love you Mother Nature. That's how I feel today. And literally 2 days ago I was like this. I was like literally needed a fucking straight jacket, like losing my fucking marbles. Like, so if you ever think for a second that you are the only one that feels crazy or whatever the fuck, like, bitch, just know, like, you're not alone. You're literally not alone, because that's just how my brain works. And when I was anxious, I was texting my friends, just being like, yeah, I don't feel, because I just want people to like, I just want to vent sometimes. I'm like, I just don't feel good today. I just don't, whatever. And then I realized, like, I was like, there's so much stuff that I do that like so many people would like not be able to do. For example, my 222 experience. I know I gatekeeped the app last week, but that's what the app is called. The app where you meet up with the random people and you go to dinner and whatever. I'll give you guys the update for anyone who hasn't seen the Twitch, because I talked about it on Twitch. But last week I talked about how I was going to, or I wasn't even sure actually at the time that I was going to even get picked, but it's this app called 222 where you basically answer questions about yourself and your personality, and then it's like they kind of curate like a dinner, and like you have to go to dinner with like 5 people you don't fucking know, and then after the dinner everyone, because there's like other groups of other people at that same restaurant or surrounding restaurants, and they all meet up and we do like a big activity together. And there's other ones too. There's like yoga. There's so much shit that I didn't know that they did. So, well, I'll get into it while I explain. So I go to the restaurant, and the stuff releases, like there's like new information releasing on the app like as time goes on. So we got the name of the restaurant and the reservation time the night before, so you at least know where you're going. You can like see what food you want or whatever. And it was a ramen and sushi restaurant, and I was like, okay, cute. So it was a ramen and sushi restaurant, and they give you the time, and then like an hour before you go to the restaurant, they give you the name that the reservation is under, and it's under like a fake name, right? So they just like make up a name. Also, what am I sitting on? I feel like I'm sitting on something. Oh, it's just this part of the couch. It feels weird. They give you a fake name for the reservation, and it was like Lily something, like Lily Rose or no, Lily Rose Depp. It wasn't Lily Rose, it was Lily something. Hi, it's me, Lily Rose Depp. I'm here. Yeah, table for it was Lily something. And so you go in, you tell the hostess or whatever, and it's so funny because the hostess is like the restaurant is like they don't know really what's going on. They just think that you have like a reservation, and that you guys like all know each other, and that's like literally not the case at all. So the people at the restaurant, like, they don't know. So they're like, I tell the person like, oh, I'm here for this table, and then they're like, okay, yeah, it's over there, and I'm like, where, babe? I don't know these people. And then I'm like, and she's like, oh, it's the back one over there. And then I'm like, okay. And then I don't know what she said. I think she asked me. She was like, oh, like something, I don't know. And then I was like, oh no, it's this app where you like meet people that you don't know or whatever. She was like, oh, okay. So then I go sit at the table. It was just one other girl there at the time that I was sitting at the table. So it was one other girl. Her name was Jex, okay? Jex. My fucking stupid ass. I sit down and I'm like, hi, Emily, nice to meet you. And she was like, oh, hi, I'm Jex. I was like, oh, Jess? She was like, Jex. I said, oh, Jax. She said, no, with the E in the middle, Jex. Like, I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude, already off to a bad start. I don't know, dude. Something about when people tell me their name, I literally like it, I don't hear it. I don't even if it's like you could literally be like fucking the easy. You could be like Tim. I'm like Tom. Timber. Tim Burton. I'm like I don't like it. Doesn't process in my. It could be the easiest name, and I don't know why in my head I feel like I have to say their name back to them. Like, bitch, you don't. It could, hi, my name's Catherine. Hi, I'm Emily. You don't have to say it back. Like, bitch, why do you feel like in your head you need to say it back? Because people will tell me their fucking name and it's literally said. I'm like, girl, you don't have to say it back to them. So next time I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be like, oh, okay, my name's Emily. So there was one other girl at the table. She was really, really sweet. And then another girl comes and sits down. And then two other girls end up coming like a few minutes later. So it was 5 of us. So it was 5 of us total. I feel like I have an eyelash on my face. It was 5 of us total. And there was supposed to be a 6th girl, I think, but they never showed up. Like, I guess the lady was like, oh, the reservation says for 6. I was just waiting to see if someone else showed up. And I was like, no, I don't think the other person's going to come. So it was 5 of us total. And everyone was really, really cool. So one of the girls worked for Lego, and she was like in upper management at Lego, and that she moved to California, or no, she lived in another part of California, I think, but she moved to LA for her job at Lego, and she like went to Tokyo for like the Lego championship, like cool ass shit. And she had cute little Lego earrings on. I'm like, oh my God, she was so cute. And then there was a girl, I don't want to like say everyone's name, but there was another girl. She was real, even though I did say the one girl's name. Sorry. Sorry, Jax. I don't want to like dox these people. I just had to tell you that story of how I fucked her name up. So then there was another girl that I felt like she like off of first appearance, like she like this girl, I felt like she was what the person that I would have vibed with most. Like she was kind of dressed like more like not alternative, but like I don't know, she had like a cute little like biker jacket on. She had nose piercings. She was very, very cute. Her hair was laid. I was like, okay, cute. And then there was this other girl, and she was gorgeous. She was like model-esque, tall, skinny. She gave very like luxury, I don't even know how to describe, like clean girl aesthetic, like very luxury. And then the other girl, she was really, really cute, but she was more like, she gave more like innocent and like not shy, because she wasn't shy, but she was just like maybe a little more like soft spoken. And but everyone was like we all had a good time. We all talked, we all laughed, we all kikied. It was really fun. And then after, because while we're in the restaurant, it was a small restaurant, and we're like, I don't think anyone else from 222 is in this restaurant. So then we get a text while we're at the table. At still, like, when you go to the restaurant, you don't even like know where the next thing is. So it was supposed to be a collage studio. So as we're at dinner, we get a notification like from the app. It's like, okay, the fucking location for the collage studio is here. This is where it's at, and meet there at 7 o'clock. Okay. So at this point, it's like 6:30. You know, we're finished with dinner. We all pay. Um, and the collage studio was like a 20-minute walk or like a 4-minute drive. So we all, except for one of the girls, I think she drove. I think she like drove. I think she like before we even all decided that we were gonna walk, because one of the other girls was gonna Uber as well, because she had these like little, they weren't like heels, but she had like these little like chunky heel thingies on, and she didn't want to like walk. And then once the rest of us all decided we were gonna walk, she was like, ah, fuck it, whatever, I'll walk. So and it was like it was a gorgeous weather. The sun was like setting, and it was like a cute little neighborhood. So we were just like, we just walked. It was like, you know, a nice area. So we just walked. We walked over there. We talked, and it was like, so I don't know, it was so sweet. And then we got to the collage studio, and dude, it was like fucking 30 other people there, and everyone's like, "Are you here for 222?" Like, and it was like this cute little like art studio space. And the girl that was hosting it, she actually hosted it because she went to a 222 event on her own, and then she got like plugged in with them, I guess, and then now she like works with 222 and does like the collage classes for them sometimes. I'm like, that's so cool. So she was really cool. She had us all go around and say our name, our pronouns, and our zodiac signs. And there was a lot of Libras. There was a lot of Libras in the room, I will say. Like, for some reason, like, everyone was a freaking Libra, which I'm cool with. I love me a good Libra. A lot of Libras in the room. And that was it. And then we all like sat. There was 4 tables. There was like 4 tables, and we all like sat at, one of the tables was big, and then the other ones were kind of like fit maybe like 7 people. And we all sat at tables and like talked, and you know, we're at tables with like different people. I feel like people kind of like stayed in their collective group as long as they all vibed at the dinner. So I'd say people like sat with the people that they were with plus like other people. So I was sitting near the girls that I went to dinner with, and then like on the other side of the table was like people from another group, whatever. You know, we're kind of like talking, mingling, making our little collages. And then after, this one girl, she was like, let's all go get ice cream. Who wants to get ice cream? Like, whoever was there, whoever like still was there, she was like, who wants to get ice cream? And we were all just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. And the place that she said that we were all going to go to is actually a place that I've been wanting to try. It's like, I don't know if it's Korean or it's just like it's like a shaved ice, but it's ice. I don't know, dude. It's so fucking good. It was so fucking good. And I just remember seeing my friend posted on Instagram a while ago, and I was like, what the fuck is this place? Where is this place? I need to know what this place is. And it's been like on my list of places to try. So I'm like, boom, killing 2 birds, 1 stone. Gonna go have ice cream with some cool people that I just met. And it's a place that I've wanted to try. Cool. So we get to the ice cream place. And then once we're at the ice cream place, there's like limited seating because it's like fucking booming in there. It was like a Wednesday night. It was like booming in this ice cream place. And there like wasn't that many tables. So just like whenever tables are like becoming free, like people were just sitting down. So I ended up at a table with 2 guys that I like hadn't even talked to during the collage making studio. I'm sitting at the table with these 2 guys. They're both super cool. We're talking, we're chatting, and it was a nice little chat. And then after that, another one of the guys that was like with the group, he comes up to us and he's like, hey, do you all want to go to this bar? We're like, fuck it. We just kept like, at this point, we're just keeping the night going, like not even like under the 222 like plan. Of stuff that the app had planned. We're just doing whatever the fuck at this point. So then we go to this little bar in Silver Lake, and it was cute. We go to this little bar. They have a little dance floor. They had a little photo booth. We're all taking pictures, and that was it. And then we like called it a night at like midnight. And I was like, that was so fun. Like, it's so fucking cool for like, I don't know. It's just cool to have like, I don't know, like people don't fucking, like, no one knows you. They don't have any like preconceived notions of you. I think something about that is so cool. And for some reason that scares people so bad. Like, so many people were like, I could never fucking do that. I would never be able to do that. I'm like, why? I feel like if anything, it's like, it makes it easier for you. And one of the guys that I was at the ice cream spot with, he was saying, he was like, I just feel like the awesome thing about this app, he's like, yeah, because you can go out, you can go to a bar, you can go do this, and like, but sometimes you're like mingling with people and you don't know if like they're there to like want to mingle, or if they're there to like, you know what I mean? So this app like takes away that like layer of that, and you know that everyone's there for the same thing, everyone's there to just kind of like meet new people and mingle and whatever, like, so it takes away that barrier already, so you don't even have to like worry about that. I feel like if anything, I'm like, I think it's such a cool concept. I really do think it's awesome. But a lot of people that I've talked to, they like, I would never be able to do that. My social anxiety is like through the roof. And I'm like, but honestly, but that's the thing in my head. I'm like, if I never had to see these people again, though, like, I wouldn't. Like, who cares? Like, even if you fucking feel like it's awkward or whatever. And some people do have, like, I was reading the Reddit thread about the 222, and some people did have, like, bad experiences. And some people were saying that, like, that they were, like, at a table and they felt like they had nothing in common with the people. And it was, like, awkward, a lot of awkward silences and stuff. But, so then it kind of like, this was before I went, so I was like kind of nervous. I was like, fuck, I really don't know what to go into this thinking, like, and I'm like, either way it's going to be a story. Either way it's going to be a story. It's either going to be awesome and I'm going to have a great time and it's going to be a story, or it's going to be the fucking worst thing I've ever experienced and it's going to be a story. I'm like, baby, it's content at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's fucking content. Who cares? And guess what? I'm going to another one tonight. Yeah. I'm going to another one tonight. I got another invitation for one over the weekend. And again, everyone gets different ones. Like, someone in my Twitch chat was saying that they signed up for it because they heard me talking about it, and they got invited to do a hike at 6 a.m. I'm like, oh, I'd rather fucking kill myself. Oh, actually, count me out for that one. Thank you very much. So it's like they do other things. It's not like it's just like nightlife stuff. And there's some ones that are like more nightlife than the ones that I'm getting invited to, because I'm getting invited to like dinners and like cutesy little afters, nothing like bars or drinking. And because some of them are like at bars and like bigger events, because someone one of the guys was telling me, he was like, yeah, the last one I went to, it was like 150 people, and it was like at this like rooftop bar thing or whatever, and like everyone was there from 222, and he was like, we got fucked up. So it really just depends, I guess, on like the answers that you give them. But the one that I got invited to over the weekend that I said I didn't want, I was like, no, that doesn't sound like what I want to do. Was, and again, I'm not trying to do one like every fucking week. I just like feel like as cool experiences come along, like if it's one that I would like actually enjoy doing, or if it's something that I would like do on my own accord or like with a friend of mine already, then I'm like, okay, fuck it, why not? I'm not gonna like force myself to go to ones that like I don't want to fucking go to. So the one that I got invited to over the weekend was thrifting, or lunch and thrifting on Melrose Avenue. And I'm like, first of all, it was hot as balls this weekend. Second of all, Melrose Avenue to begin with is like I fucking hate having to go to Melrose, because it's like the traffic is just fucking ridiculous. Melrose Ave is just kind of like a main street in LA that has like a bunch of stores and shit, and it's got a little touristy over there, and it's just like not where I'd want to go thrifting. And I was like, no, don't want to do that. But then I got a little invite. Sorry, I have a freaking wedgie. I got an invite for one that's tonight, that it was dinner and an arcade bar with a live DJ after. I said, what? Yeah, count me in. I said, okay. So I put my little name down, and I'm like, all right. And they put you on like a little wait list, and they were like, you've been accepted. I was like, woohoo. So you go to the dinner. Obviously, you have to pay for your own dinner, duh. But it's tonight. The dinner is at today's Tuesday, so you guys are gonna be listening to this on Wednesday, but afterwards I guess I'll see how it went for me. The dinner is at a Mexican restaurant, and then I don't know, but like, again, that you don't know like where the arcade bar is or whatever the fuck until they send it to you like as you're at the dinner. So I think I'm gonna be having dinner with another 5 people that I don't fucking know, and I don't know. I still get nervous. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I go into it and I'm like cool. Like I am fucking still a little nervous about it. Like I was nervous the first time too, but like a good kind of nervous. So yeah, that's later today. So I'm doing that. And what else? I feel like I've been kind of ranting. I haven't even like talked about that much. I've just been like telling stories this whole episode. What else? Oh, the Met Gala. The Met Gala was this week. Well, right? It was last week. And I looked at some of the outfits, and all I can remember off the top of my head right now is that Zendaya was sexy. Barry Keoghan looked fucking insane. Sabrina. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. If you were watching on Twitch, I was like live, like I was like I was watching the live stream of the Met Gala, and once we saw Barry Keoghan's outfit, and he had that fucking top hat on, and then Sabrina came out like 5 minutes later, but it was so funny because it was like just enough time for her to be like, well, why didn't she come out with Barry? Because Barry's like still walking up the fucking stairs. And so I was joking that he's at the top of the stairs with his fucking top hat on. And he's like, Sabrina, it's me, Barry. Sabrina, I'm up here. It's me, Barry. You know, he does not fucking talk like that at all. So, it's been it's been like the dumbest fucking ongoing thing now on Twitch. Sabrina, I got me hat, Sabrina. These people want to take my picture. They said they're going to give me 40 quid to take my picture. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, yeah, then I was just like, okay, Barry looks a fucking mess. I don't even remember what Sabrina was wearing. She probably looked good. And, who else? Doja was wet. She was just soaking wet. Just dripping all over the floor. And who else looked good? I'm trying to remember. Kim looked good, but she had she had like her fucking Skims cardigan on over, and she kept like holding it the whole time. She was like, what the fuck? But there was really no one that I was like, oh, come on. Like, I mean, maybe Lizzo. Lizzo's outfit sucked dick. Sorry. It was not good. It was not good. But other than that, I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And then there were like the AI images. Did you guys see those? The AI, like there was like an AI Katy Perry one, and it ate. It ate. Katy Perry didn't even go, but I was like, whoa, this ate. Like it was like an AI image of Katy Perry at the Met Gala. And her hair was like gorgeous. And this dress with this big floral poofy gown thing. But it looked so good. And I was like, oh my God, AI is giving these freaking designers a run for their money. And there was like a Lady Gaga one and like a few other ones. But if you just look up like AI Katy Perry Met Gala, like it'll be the first thing that shows up. And honestly, looks better than I've ever seen Katy Perry look at an event. Like, not that she, like, it was just like the outfit and the hair. Like, if Katy Perry really pulled up looking at like that, I would be like, okay, this would be like the talk of the freaking year. Like, this bitch looks good. You know what I mean? But I'm like, damn, how is AI gonna do Katy Perry better than her own freaking stylist? Like, I mean, not that I see Katy Perry out and about like that, but you know what I mean. Speaking of designers, let's talk about my merch once again. So guys, it has been quite the struggle. It has been quite the struggle with this whole merch thing. At a lower, what's the word? Lower, not budget, like at a lower, follower base or like selling point. I don't know. Okay, whatever. The fact that fucking thing that I'm trying to say is that the prices of merch for the person who is making the merch, like who is selling the merch, you're really only getting good deals on the fucking merch that you're selling, if you're doing like huge bulk numbers in orders of like over like 300 plus, that is like even when you barely start to see like the numbers go down, because the more merch that you sell, the better wholesale price that the company is going to give you. So when you're only thinking you're going to sell maybe like 50 shirts or like whatever, like they are like taxing on that shit. And it's fine. Am I still going to do the merch? Yes. Am I expecting to make money off of it? No. But it's something that I want to do, and I've said that I'm going to do. And I think that if I do it and I make it as good as I can for the budget that I'm working with, and I'm not even trying to clock anyone else's tea. I've been looking at other people's merch, like other artists and vloggers and YouTubers and whatever. And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, their merch isn't even like all that either. Like, and I'm not talking people that are like fucking have millions of followers, but I'm talking about like kind of more niche creators. I'm like, okay, their merch is cute. Their merch is cute. Like, but I'm trying to make it so that the quality of the fucking items are still good. The print is still cute. It's not like some ugly doo-doo ass print. Like, it's something that you would like actually want to wear, and that I can get it for a decent price and I could sell it for not a fucking $1 million. So that's been the issue here, is that it's just expensive to make, because I don't plan on selling a million freaking things. But I just don't know how, like, I think if I owned a clothing store, or if that was like the route that I decided to go with in my life, I would be like the most stressed that I've ever been, because this shit is so freaking confusing. Like, I genuinely don't understand it. And shout out to Dylan. I know I give Dylan a shout out like every other episode for something. Shout out to Dylan, because I'm going to be meeting with him this week. He's going to help me with my website. He's going to help me with like pretty much fucking everything. And I genuinely like don't know what the fuck I would do without a friend who like knows about this kind of shit, because I would be so assed out. And also shout out to Cash too, because Cash showed me how to even make the website and like buy a domain and like do all this shit. He's like, okay, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Like, I did all that too. So shout out to the fucking both of them, because I don't know what the fuck I would do. If I was just like a creator who didn't know anything about that, I would literally be assed the fuck out. And I think I am going to be packing all of this merchandise myself. So, like I said, everything's going to be hand-packed by yours truly. So, if that doesn't add an extra couple dollars to the value of the shirt, I don't know what does. I really don't know what does. But I think I would just legitimately fucking lose my mind. But with that, we're going to take our callers for the day. We have 2 callers today. Let me get the phone here. Let me see. Let me check our voicemails. Vanilla's Villa, how can I help you?
Oh, hey Vanilla. I dropped my phone. Hey Vanilla, I'm sending you lots of love all the way from Texas. Unfortunately for you and for the listeners, I ain't got nothing interesting. I don't got no tea, no drama. My question to you is, how did you get into Sunny Angels? Because you really put me on. I never knew about Sunny Angels until I started watching you, and now I can't stop. Like, you really put me on. You are my Regina George, I suppose. But yeah, I just want to know. Um, a lot of people don't know what Sunny Angels are in my community, so when they see them, they're like, "What the fuck is that?" Anyways, just wanted to know how you got into it and if you still collect them.
Okay, cute. Thank you very, very much for that call. That's actually funny, because this is something that I did want to talk about this episode. Not the fact that like me collecting Sunny Angels, but there's been some drama. There is some drama in the Sunny Angel community, guys, and we're gonna get into that in a second. But the way that I started collecting them is I would like see them online. I like would see pictures of them and stuff, and I'd see people post them. And I'm like, these are like, I thought they were weird at first, like most people did. I'm like, these are kind of weird, but like, then they started to like kind of grow on me. And the fact that they were in a blind box, that's what really did it for me, because y'all know me, I love to gamble. I love me a little weird blind box. And I was like, okay. And I think I was just shopping around one day. I was in Pasadena shopping around, and I went to Miniso. It's this little store that sells blind boxes, and I think they literally only had Sunny Angels like this one time, and they haven't had them like literally ever since. But I just walked in there one day and I saw that they had some, and this was damn near like 2 years ago at this point, like maybe like a year and a half ish ago. And I bought some. I bought 2 boxes and I opened them and I was like, okay, cute, whatever. And that was it. And then they sat on my shelf and that was it. That, I didn't really like do anything with them. Um, and I don't know like what sparked my interest again, but I think I found this Facebook group for like buying, selling, and trading Sunny Angels. And then I was like, okay. And that's where I started to see like where I thought it was cool, and then like I started to buy some off of this Facebook group, and then people were trading them, and then like once I kind of like got into it more, I found out about a Sunny Angel event that was happening. So I went to my first Sunny Angel like trading event, and it was just a bunch of people in a park trading them and like all this cute stuff. And I had a good time. And then I just eventually kept going to more and more meets and like making friends. And yeah. And so then that's pretty much it. And like growing my collection and getting like some of the ones that I've like really, really wanted. And I have a little like case of them on my shelf. And there's still more that I really, really want. But the tea is, let's get into the tea. So the tea is, one, over the past, like, I want to say like 6 months, for whatever fucking reason, I don't know why the price of Sunnies, like not the retail price, but the price that people are reselling some of these Sunnies for are like astronomical. I don't know why. I think it's just there's been like like a peak of interest of these Sunny Angels recently, that they just did an SNL skit about Sunny Angels. Like, I think that they're kind of been like more on the map lately. And so Sunny Angels that I saw that some people were selling for like $50 to $60, maybe like a fucking year ago, people are selling for like damn near $300 for some of these. And I'm like, God damn. And I feel like it's just becoming increasingly hard to find some like more rare ones unless you get lucky and like pull one, which is like when you just pull one out of the blind box. But it's freaking hard, man. It's hard. It's hard out here. So that's been like kind of annoying for me. As I'm like, damn, I just feel like it's hard to find the good ones now without paying like a fucking arm and a leg. But that's not the drama. So I literally have absolutely nothing to do with this. I'm not like super tapped into like the SoCal Sunny community, but there's a big group of people that like go to a lot of these meets and stuff, and like people know each other and stuff. And essentially, to my knowledge, there was this whole big drama involving some Sunny creators where I guess like some people, because people make like cute little like, I don't even know, like little products based on Sunny Angel, whether it's like little stickers or freaking, I don't even know, like posters. And like I've seen people at millions of events and millions of flea markets, like they make like cute Sunny Angel related stuff, but they put their own like twist on it, and it's cute, right? And like no one like thinks anything bad of it. But apparently a few of those creators got like a cease and desist from Dreams, which is the company that makes Sunny Angel, and everyone was like, what the fuck? But apparently the cease and desist was fake. So then I think someone was trying to say that it was like another person, because that was like someone that they had beef with, but then it wasn't that person. And I don't even know. There's like, it was like this whole fucking thing. And I didn't know shit. I didn't even like know that it was a thing that was going on. But I just saw, because I follow a couple Sunny people on Instagram, and people just being like, there's so much drama in the community lately. And I'm like, what drama, girl? What's the tea? Like, I want to know the tea. Someone tell me. Hello. Because I kind of like, I go to the meets whenever they have meets, and then that's it. Like, I don't really like keep up with the group chats or like anything like while I'm not at the meets. Like I kind of just like collect my Sunnies. I'll buy some online, and then if I go to a meet, I go to a meet and I say hi to the people there, and like cool, and like I'm friends with some of the people that go, and that's really it. But I don't really like keep up with everyone on a day-to-day basis. So I'm like, girl, what's the tea? Like I want to know. And yeah, so the last meet that I went to last weekend, they were like, oh, there was some tea, girl, there was some tea. But apparently there was like a whole Reddit thread about it. I'm like, what the freak is going on? So, girl, there is Sunny Angel drama out here in SoCal. I don't know, but I still do love Sunnies, and I don't see myself not collecting anytime soon. I still want to get some more that I've been looking for, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna continue to buy them, and that's all. Let's take our second caller for the day. Um, please hold. Okay. Vanilla's Villa, how can I help you?
Hello, Vanilla. It is your favorite drag queen calling in. If you know, you know. Of course, I would like to rent room 333. Um, I was also just reaching out today for some advice because my, well, now ex, and I recently, like, kind of mutually agreed, to kind of end things, and it would have been 3 years in June. And so, long story short, I just literally feel like I'm gonna die. Like this, like really sucks. I've been through breakups before, but nothing of this nature. Like I literally feel like I have no soul. I'm so depressed. I'm so sad. I don't know how to live. I was just kind of reaching out to see how you cope or deal with these things because I feel like I'm very similar to you, just kind of in the sense that I feel things deeply and, like anxiety, et cetera, like just on the day-to-day basis. So, yeah. Again, I love you and period poo. I hope I make the podcast. But yeah, how do you deal with this? I need help. I need help.
Okay. Thank you. That was Romeo. Romeo is a drag queen. And we love Romeo. Um so wow, that's tea. I'm sorry about your breakup. Um that is sad. I mean, dude, like being with someone for that long. I've never been with someone for 3 years. So I can't even fucking tell you, and I can imagine um how hard that is. And when you like are with someone for like a long amount of time, and you stop seeing them, or like and it's almost more sad when it's a mutual thing too. Like that's even like I don't know, something about that is like so sad as well. um and that's like your person, like that's like someone that you're with for 3 fucking years. That's like literally your person. Then now you feel like you lost like a part of yourself essentially. And I know that people are like, when they get it, you get in a relationship, they're like, okay, like, but make sure you're still your own person and stuff, and like la 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 la. But like after 3 years, like, if you're with someone like that, they like do become a part of you in a way, and like a part of your life. So it is hard. It is hard to go back to a life that you haven't lived in 3 years, of being single. And it is really hard being alone when you first break up with somebody. But at the end of the day, I feel like when you are alone, you really are able to find like comfort in yourself. And I know that's scary for a lot of people, and a lot of people like don't like being by themselves. And I actually, um whenever someone says like, "Oh yeah, I hate being alone. Like I don't like to be alone." I'm like, "Ooh, babe, we actually have some things we need to work on." We have some things we need to work on there, babe. I find that anyone who like doesn't like to be by themselves or doesn't like to be alone is just like not comfortable with themselves, or their thoughts or their feelings, or they just are prolonging dealing with stuff that they need to deal with inside of them. So I feel like, if anything, now is a time to reflect on that and take the time to be alone. Take the time to be alone, and it's going to fucking hurt and it's going to suck, but you have yourself. And I know it sounds stupid cuz you're like, "Bitch, I don't give a fuck," but like you should. Cuz that's the most important thing, is that like if you can get yourself through this, then bitch, you can do anything. You can do fucking anything. And I know how it is. I know how it is to stop talking to someone and just feel like you're like, now what? Now what? Now what do we do? And that is like the shittiest feeling ever. And I've been a little bit in my feels as well lately. When it comes to that kind of shit, feeling like no one's ever going to take me serious. Feeling like I'm too picky, and not that I'm too picky, but I just feel like people don't like meet the standards that I want, and the people that do meet my standards like are not, it's like a right person wrong time kind of a thing. Like I don't know, I just feel like things never work out for me in my favor when it comes to relationship shit. But at the end of the day, I know that it's going to work out for me, and everything happens for a fucking reason. And I've said that once, and I'm going to say it again. And I will, bro, I will say that till the freaking cows come home. Right? Is that it? Till the cows come home? I'll say that shit till the freaking pigs fly. Because I really do truly believe that. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, whether bad or good in that moment. That things happen to lead you to places that you're supposed to be, and put you in places and things, and set you up for what is supposed to be your greater good. Even in the moment may seem like it is literally your world crumbling, but you'll look back and you'll be like, oh, okay, well, maybe this led to this for me, or whatever, you know what I mean, in the future. Maybe something good will come out of it. I mean, I'm like, maybe something great will happen, but it's like really, it's stupid, but you really do have to like just try to keep your head up. And I'm not saying like be by yourself all the time, when I go back to the shit of like being by yourself, but like, you have to, still like surround yourself with people that you love and people that love you. And, just know that you are amazing, and you are beautiful, and you are great on your own without that person. And you are still, you are still a whole person without them. You are entirely like a whole being, and you've been single before, you could do it again, and you're amazing, and you're sexy, and don't kill yourself, you're too sexy. No, don't kill yourself. You're so sexy. But yeah, that's pretty much my advice. I don't know if that was like me just rambling, or if that was like actually decent advice. I don't know if that helped at all. But that's pretty much all I have for you. Yeah, I think this is where a good place to end the episode. Not to end it on like a sad note, but just know this episode in general was just kind of me talking about my brain and how my brain works and shit too. So yeah, just know that we all go through ups and downs, and like I was in I was in a fucking horrible place 3 days ago, and look at me now. So it's just like, it's just ebb and flow, baby. Ebb and flow. That's what life is about. Because if we were always fucking ebbing, is ebb the good, or is flow ebb and if I was ebbing constantly, you know what I mean? If you were constantly at a state of like everything is good all the time, then you wouldn't be able to appreciate the good for being good, because that's just how it would be all the time. Like you actually have to go through like the fucking, you know what I mean? The ebb and flow of life, baby. We got to be down to go back up, you know? So yeah, everything happens for a reason, and I love you. And that's it, okay? All right, my kings and queens and royalty. That's what we're going to call it for today. I love you guys so much. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you already all fucking do. Love you to death. See you next week. Bye.